Hey, what's up guys, this is Where1974 here, and I'm going to bring you a little billing, hopefully. And I mean by that, I'm going to see me do two dungeons in this video. And if you didn't already in my last video, I actually got my ass whipped in these particular ruins, but this time around, I leveled up accordingly. And what I mean by that, I barely just got my stats out, because you pretty much need better equipment, better stats, much better everything, because the monsters in here pretty much will tear you from limb and leave your limbs all over the place. So these guys right now, they're pretty much no threat right now, and everybody's pretty much well prepared against the evilness in the ruins, just say. I even noticed too, I got quite a bit of money, because the majority of the chests in here will give you money. And not to say, as I mentioned earlier, before, at least the video that I had before, there's these room items, and what they do is pretty much give your fighter a better chance of survival. You're probably the only character in the party is able to survive. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to try and find this, not find, but basically the shortest way to the boss without trying to fight anybody. Hopefully. Of course, walking these narrow passages doesn't help either. Nice little section there. If I go straight forward, pretty much I'll fall down to about 6 slimes, which I really don't want to fight now. And if you go south from there and to the left, there's actually a hidden passageway, and it will lead you to a life ring. And what the life ring does is pretty much you can get anybody back to life. And by not only that, you also get 50 magic points extra, so it's just good for the magic users, either to your priest or your mage. I give to my priest anyway, because, you know, she likes to res people. And leave my sorcerer for attacking. And these rock guys, they got quite a bit of hit points, but they're pretty much paper now. They go down pretty easy. I just noticed earlier that my hit points for my meaty is actually almost as high as my fighter. So the first thing I do is get rid of that mage there, because the mage is probably the worst threat because of his magic skills against my party, and I definitely don't want my mage and my party to be downed. I'll try to save my magic points in case I really need them, but considering the magic circles in this ruins that pretty much completely heal you, I don't do too much for concern. And the reason that I use my hidden spell for my priest, because she's not going to attack, because she can't attack. And there we go, I got a luck ring. And if you know already, it increases your luck, which is, you might as well, it's pretty much useless anyway, so I lost my train of thought there. What was I about to say? And it's probably a good idea too that when you're leveling on these ruins, get the rest of your party members a chance to attack, because your fighter is pretty much the Hulk, or Thor in comics, I should say. I'm gonna get my stats up, including my mage's offense. That's a little bit of shock there. So if I went to the right instead of going down to the stairs, basically you'd be running to a hallway which goes on forever. Now this parts here inside the ruins, there's quite a few chests here, and this is where I basically got my ruins items, but I can't recall if I got every chest in here. I'll definitely have to check that later. Because the last thing I need is go to a room where there are 4 mages. Oh, they're poisoned. That's never a good sign. I definitely have to get cured. I'll basically save my magic points on my priest and use my second fighter. Nah, I knew that was coming. Yeah, blast me with your heat. But I can take it. No, that's probably not good there. Perhaps just melee them than casting spells, but I want my mage to cast a few spells and see if his maximum MP will go up when the battle's done, and it didn't. Just trying to remember where these stairs are. Oh yeah, I don't want to fight them. Nope, wrong way. I think that's where I got the rune shoes. Well, not really that important. I knew that was money, but... So we're getting towards the boss now. Those guys there are wimps. Used to be a threat before, but not particularly now. There we go, the magic circle. So basically the boss is in the next room. Let's see if I'll be able to survive this time. Death. That's a terrible name. Death Thor. Okay. So this is going to be a battle. I got 6 skeletons. I got a mage. And I got a leech. The mage might be a little bit more threat. I don't really much care about the leech at this point, but the skeletons, yeah, they'll probably be the utmost threat. This could be a long battle. Well, luckily, the AI is concerned in this game if you can go like 1 skeleton at a time. The rest are going, ooh, what's going on? Yeah. Ouch. That hurt. Yeah. Taking off 975 from my mage is never a good sign, and the worst thing about it is that I can't get any better armor from my mage. At least not now. Too bad you can't move and cast. I may not be smart to get my mage up, but I need some quick offense. And the kill undead, that spell she got, it may or may not work. I couldn't decide if I want to heal my priest or heal Midi. Let's do no Firestorm. Huzzah! And it doesn't do anything. Oh my god. And no one's dead yet. Oh, this is great. Redo? Nah. Yeah. You done your job, mage. And how pathetic it is. I'll probably have to save my magic points because I don't think I have enough magic points to res them again. And plus I need her heals. Or at least have her heal herself and keep the others distracted. As I mentioned before in the beginning of the video, the fighter is pretty much invulnerable. You notice they're not really that much off him. But somebody needs to kill him. And the elixir heals just anybody there when you use it fully. I'm not sure how many times I can do that. Okay, that hurt. Okay, so I've got one major problem out there. Now I gotta do something about these skeletons. Ooh, we almost died there. Yes, I found a cure ring. And guess what it does? Cures yourself. Or cures anybody in your party. You can use it a few times. Then yes, my priest still got that holy stick. As mentioned before, that's pretty much raises your MP. Only about 50 points. Can't really get good items for her anyway. But she can equip the mythic items. But you have to decide yourself if you want her to attack or her to go curing 100%. Now the priest is doing a good job of distracting either two skeletons or maybe three, while wailing on the other skeletons. And she almost died again. Well, so long as that priest is not doing any spark on my party members. And there goes my priest. But she done her job. Now, with her gone, the other skeletons should be going after my fighter. Which is also a good thing, because they're taking very little off him. But before going after the priest, I should probably take out a few more skeletons. just to be on the safe side. It made sure to take care of that single skeleton. And there we go. Now what I could do here is let my fire take care of those skeletons while Needy just stays there and twiddle her thumbs and play Nintendo DS. Oh no, I can't say that. It's a SEGA game. A Game Gear. Quite honestly, I'm not quite sure how many hit points Bleach has. Yeah, I did something there I shouldn't have. Well, it's probably this only spell I'm not going to use ever. This battle today will be a victory for moi. And we're down to one skeleton. And Prairie Leech just saw that. And not being a gentleman, he takes his anger on her. God, this is a long battle. There we go, finally. And I'll cost me with some healing and mage power. How come leeches are a bunch of dicks in games? I think there's a few games you can actually be a leech. I think Tactical Orb can, I'm not quite sure. But in any case, he's gone. And my ward is a spirit. He attacks about this legend sword. Where could this legend sword be? But in any case, job is done. And I can get my title, but first, again, I have to res my party members. Seriously guys, if you keep on dying like that, I'm gonna have to get some other party members from other games. I'll even take the bird. I'll even take the two birds. Maybe I'll take two shepherds from the Ultimate series. If you don't know what that game is, look it up. It's actually quite fun. If you noticed that already as well, once you get new titles, you also get new spells. Well, only for your spellcasters, but there is something going on. a plot. The first real plot of the game. Plus a free weapon. Hero, Sage, Saint, Master. I can't equip the weapon as of yet. I have to go to the rock, or Dragon Rock as they mentioned, and to get my weapon powered up. You can see it's not even showing up there. So once you get your weapon, you got a final place to go to before the game ends. As you can see there, my items are not the best for my mage because there are hardly any good items for your mage. But there is one that's coming up that helps him a chance for survival. However, another plot twist. It appears the barkeep in the town knows the character's father and went with him. Well, what do I do for his valuable advice? Weird, I feel like playing Secret Mana. Now I have to go to Blood Island. Oh, that's an inviting I can go to. A vacation hole. Now the weapon in the hand, I can now equip it. And it shoots up quickly. This is the most powerful weapon you can get. It's like 2 or 3 times more powerful than the weapon you have equipped. And you're gonna need it. Now when you, this place here is actually a very good place to get your stats up. I mean, your stats goes up pretty much each battle. But we'll get to it at this point. For now, let's just go to the cave and see what kind of enemies we're up against. Okay. We got 8 or 9 headless hydras, perhaps? Doesn't really matter. And you just saw there, my fighter took off a big chunk of hit points off from him. You definitely want him to attack first. And you can see there, my stats went up rather nicely. Now I'm batting 3 of them. I wonder, up should be okay. Yeah, 3,000, he's definitely okay. My priest won't if he keeps getting hit like that. Now, what's important in this cave... now, there's no fire stars. Nope. I was about to say there's treasure chests in here, and you get what's called Caesar gear for your fighter. They're better than your room gear. Once you get them, you transfer your room gear over to Midi, so you have a better chance of survival. And the Mithril gear you transfer over to your priest. I know these guys drop items, but I forget what kind of items they drop. At this point, usually the item shops in town and the other places, you don't really need anything. You should be at your best equipment right now. And the items you probably need to buy are pretty much elixirs and magic refills. That's a Mithril chain, that's what it is. I got that on my characters, I believe. So that's only good for selling. And considering they have limited Mithril chains in the shops. They wouldn't mind if I sell them one. And there's my first chest. Wizard gear. Finally! Something for Elred to survive. I'm pretty sure that chain's wearing is pretty much worn out as we buck them. Yeah, big jump. And the worst part, that's his only upgrade. He's not going to attack anything. And a lot of gold. Unnecessary, but very welcome. More gold and more stats up. I think those guys breathe fire. Lots of dead bodies. But dead bodies are cool. That looks like the king. Ah, the medallion. Oh, I need a medallion to open the door. Get the root of the problem. And he talks about my father. However, before he continues, he dies. Very sad. But the adventure must live on. And he didn't have anything there. Hello? We get to the mini-bosses. So they don't really melee you, they just pretty much look for them. It looks like they cast some fire 2 spells, we call it. And that was much taken off. However, this is probably a good opportunity to get my stats up and my party members. So I'll probably just take my good old time. And now pretty much overkill my spells. That went rather well. Monster should go anytime now. It's too bad you can't have two people attacking him. And there we go. Lots of stats raising. But the thing that bothers me, should I continue? Or should I go to town and continue? But I am Thor. I must continue. I must show my comrades that I am brave and strong. Shit. Or stupid. Okay, this could be a little problem here. And he survived the attack. Great. This could be a problem. I'm not quite sure what weakness they have for spell-wise. Is it lightning? Is it fire? And there goes my mage. I'll forget about that. Do you know all the games that you play as a fighter, you never really met a smart fighter? This is one of them. If a fighter tells you, let's go ahead, don't. Just go to town, heal up, and proceed. I bet that Chester has one of the parts for my Caesar deer. I've not really taken off my fighter, but they definitely take some chunks off from my other two companions. And she doesn't have much magic points left, so that's just great. Way to go, priest. Use up all your magic points when we really need you the most. Ugh. Wanna trade priest for a horse? Of course. And there goes my other fighter. Yeah, very sloppy in my part. Yep, Caesar armor. Now what I gotta do is I have to go back to town, do my reses, and basically level up accordingly so they can survive the final boss. However, once they do res and get my stats up, the best place in the game to get your stats up is actually in the next room. And that's actually good too. Once I equip my CC gear, I can actually equip my flame gear to MIDI. And the king's still dead. I really don't want to fight them. Thank God you don't need any magic points to go back to town. Alright, so what I'm going to do next is, once I get all my guys healed, and of course sell some gear, is that I'm going to end this part of the video and get my guys up, go back to the cave, get the rest of those chests open, so get my fighter the Caesar gear. Then once I do that, I go to the next room, fight what the map's called chimeras. And level up accordingly so that I can survive the boss, as I mentioned before. You believe in Mom? Oh, thanks. I really need a mother to believe in me. If not, I just can't go in love with the living. Okay, so we're back. And you notice there, my stats are big. So I'm going back to Blood Island. I do have to pass those Hydra type creatures. There's really no sense of farming them because all they drop is those mithril armor, which is pretty much useless now. At least for the characters anyway. Because you have to get the best gear on right now. However, I did do something in between the videos. I'll mention it later. But in any case, there is another section after the, well, I'll show you the Chimera room that I had to do. There's another mini-bosses that I have to fight. But we'll get rid of these guys first before I continue on about that matter. Yeah, they were all meant for chain. Would have been good in the beginning, but right now it's pretty much just toy items that's just for selling. I got a lot of money that I pretty much did. It's pretty much useless to me at this point. In the beginning I really need the money, but right now I pretty much don't have nothing else to buy except those healing curative items. And that's pretty much it. So there were basically 4 chests here. Or 3, can't remember. Oh, 4, yeah, 4. Yeah. And what's best part is that this is actually a nice room to get your stats. You can go back and forth. The chimeras do hit hard, but there's another secret. When you fight them, there's a good chance they drop what's called the Mithril Axe. Now you're thinking, oh, what's a Mithril Axe? Does it mean you have better equipment on? Yes and no. The Mithril Axe is actually better than the Mithril Sword. What's even peculiar is that my priest can also equip the Mithril Axe, which gives her a nice stat boost. Well, a stat boost, but a nice attack. And once I do equip the my priest, I can give my holy staff to my mage, which gives him a nice MP boost. Yeah, what's bad about these chimeras too is that they do cast Firestorm, but there's a good chance too as well that my characters can get a nice HP boost after the battle, which makes it a great place to level up. You just saw there, my party got great stat boosts just from those 2 chimeras. I probably will do some more leveling. I want to defeat these little mini bosses, but I have to pass these guys first. And there's Papa. And he cures me, which is absolutely unnecessary because there's a healing circle on my left. Common. Gee, I really didn't know it was my father. I mean, he has like green hair and blue armor, but that could be anybody's father. and he has the other medallion to open the door. And that was much of the conversation. I haven't seen my father for a long time, and that's that. No secret patches fight as I thought that might be. Now to get to the other mini bosses. This guy shouldn't be too bad. Shouldn't be anyway. Good notes there, they didn't really take too much off me, thank God, for the room here. But I think still quite out for my mage. Holy crap. And she is taking quite a bit, well not quite a bit damage, but good melee damage to the gargoyles with her axe. Like to say Mithrax. And there's my high spell explosion. But holy god, this take a lot of MP. However, I'll probably be using that in the final boss very soon. As you can see, my party is doing a very good job of handling themselves against these particular creatures. I might as well use the explosion spell because the healing circle is helping me. And they're gone. Thanks, Dad, for leaving me here. So what I'm going to do next, I'm going to do some more leveling. So I'm not that pleased with my hit points. I'm back. So what I'm going to do, so I did some major stats on my guys after playing those chimeras. So here we go to the final boss of the game. And the first words the boss says, "Ignorant fools." That's just too harsh. I'll be fighting a black dragon, and we know all about black dragons. There aren't very nice dragons. So I'm going to be silent and let the battle commence. And there we go. The black dragon goes down. Not really much of a problem. The restore spell on my priest is very helpful, but it costs a lot of MP. And as we watch the ending of this game, I found the game in the beginning rather boring. It gets rather sluggish. However, the game does pick up. Even though there's not much of a plot during the course of this game here, the fighting stages are actually pretty interesting. Oh. We don't run, we teleport out. I just wish the characters had some interaction with each other. There's no romantic plot at all to any of the characters. They're just there like, okay, let me join you, I'll fight the monsters, and once I'm done, time to leave. I'm also really surprised that there aren't that much walkthroughs in this game. There's the English one, and there's some non-English one. I'm not quite sure what language it is. It could be Spanish. There aren't really a lot of items in this game here that you equip, or at least hidden for that matter. But I just really wish there was some equipment, survival equipment for your mages. So there's my father and my mother. Now you think at the beginning of the game that should give me more than 100 gold. Ugh. So basically my father's asking me, stay here, become a prince, whatever, I'm out there, I'm going to explore the world, get many women laid, and proceed to the next town. No, not really. So the mage continues journey. The elf priest is going back to the village, and maybe he's being, well, going back to traveling companions, I suppose, to traveling companions. And when she's done with them, she's going to venture off on her own. And that's pretty much it of the story. Nothing really interesting comes up. As I mentioned before, it's an okay game. It didn't really get much publicity as it should. I did see in some books and magazines and video games telling me about this game, but it pretty much went under the radar. It was really too bad. I'm not even quite sure if Treco actually made any games. I know they never made a follow-up, but I think they did make a few games for Genesis, but I don't know if they made any for Super Nintendo. Or Nintendo for that matter, but they must have made their games and just went under the mat. Just like all the companies, well, majority of them back in the 1990s. Well, at least the English in this game's good. Didn't really misspell anything from what I can tell. And that's that pretty much of the game. So this is Square 1974. And I'll see you next time when I'm logging out.